Hi, my name's Sue and this is Sue Marie P. Today I want to share an easy no-bake chocolate biscuit ball recipe. This is a recipe that I discovered online in various forms. Last week I had some digestive biscuits that were stale and I thought, I don't want to throw them out, what can I turn them into? So I made these little like energy balls but made with biscuit crumbs, and they were so delicious. My husband loved them and I thought I need to share this easy no-bake recipe with you. So to make it easier, I've just crushed all my biscuits in the food processor, but you can do it by hand, you can bash them in a plastic bag. So I'm just going to pop 17 biscuits or 250 grams in my food processor and make them like little fine breadcrumbs. I think that's pretty good. So that's all I need for the breadcrumbs for now. In this bowl, I'm going to pop the butter and the sugar. Now I've reduced the quantity of the sugar and the butter just because I wanted to make it a little bit healthier, or I didn't think it needed to be so sweet. Don't tell my husband because he loves sweet things. So in this bowl, I'm going to put white sugar, 60 grams, 4 tablespoons. And I have made it with brown sugar as well. And I've got 4 tablespoons of butter here. I'm just using salted butter, but you can use unsalted butter. If you wanted to make them totally plant-based, you can use vegan butter. Now, you might say, have you tried this with coconut oil? No, I haven't. I've just done it with butter. So I'm going to whisk those two together. I'm just going to transfer and plug in my handheld electric beaters. So apologies to anyone out there. I'm an Aussie, but I live in Sweden, and sometimes I speak fast. So hopefully you can gather what I'm saying. I'm going to whisk those together. Whisk, beat, cream. Now, if you want it to be, I don't know, use less energy, electricity, you can just do it by hand. If you've got like really strong muscles, you can beat that together. But I like to do things a bit easier. I'm just going to grab my little sifter to sift my cocoa powder. So Sue, I should have got that out before. So this is like a little tea strainer. I just put the cocoa powder in there just so there's no lumps, because cocoa powder is notorious for lumps. But if you didn't want to bother, you can just shove it all in. Shove, chuck. See, my Aussie slang comes out. And that's just an unsweetened cocoa powder. And if you wanted to use cacao, if that was more important to you, you could use cacao as well. So I'm going to throw all of the breadcrumbs in. Breadcrumbs, biscuit crumbs. They look like breadcrumbs. Coconut for rolling later, optional. If you don't have it, you don't have to put it in, but I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to mix all that together. I could probably do it in the food processor, the whole thing, but I don't know, I just want to control the texture a bit more. So in here I've got some milk. I've got soya milk in the fridge today. So that's 1/3 of a cup, but I'm not going to put it all in at once. I'll just do half and just gauge how it looks. This is a fun one you could make with the children if they wanted to do some sweet treat. You didn't want to put the oven on. If you notice any large biscuit crumbs like I just did, you can just squish them with your hands. I'm just going to throw all the milk in because I think we need it all today. So you can start rolling now if your biscuit mixture is sticky. But what I like to do, I like to just rest it in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll come back and start rolling. Pop a plate on like that. I'll pop it in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes and come back and start rolling. I'm back with my biscuit mixture. I ended up putting it in the freezer just to quicken up the process. Now, I'm going to do quite small ones, about a teaspoon. So grab a teaspoonful of the mixture and just squeeze it together in your hand. It might be a bit soft. I've got some water here on standby, so if your hands start getting a bit sticky and dirty, you can just moisten them and it's easier to roll them. So I've got kind of this loose ball, and then I'm just going to dip them in the coconut. It's about 3 tablespoons of coconut. That's optional. You don't have to do that. You can do it in nuts, or you can just leave them. And I've just got some baking paper on a plate here. I'm going to just zoom you in so you can see a close-up, and I'll probably speed it up so you don't have to look through all of it. So I've rolled all my little balls. Now I'm going to pop them in the fridge overnight, and I'll come back tomorrow and do a taste test with you. If you're not doing a video like me and you want to eat them after about 4 hours, they should be good to go. Hi, I'm back with my chocolate biscuit balls, and they've been chilling and resting in the fridge overnight. So time to do a little taste test. There is one missing because someone snuck one from the fridge last night. So I'm going to bite into one. These are really good. I'm not sure if I mentioned that you can do it with brown sugar as well. You get slightly more of a caramelly flavour. I love these, not as sweet as doing something with condensed milk. You've got a bit more control over the sugar and butter content. If you've got some stale biscuits and you don't know what to do with them, turn them into chocolate biscuit balls. Hope you've enjoyed this video today, and I'll pop a few other no-bake ideas up above if you haven't tried them. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, or hej då from Sweden.